Ms. Deborah Atwood, Western Washington University class of 1977, is your commencement speaker. As Executive Director of AGREE, a collaborative initiative on food and agriculture policy, Ms. Atwood brings together leaders from across the food and agricultural supply chain. They include farmers and ranchers, nutritionists, international development experts, and food manufacturers, as well as retailers and consumers. AGREE's mission is to help us thoughtfully tackle the question of how to sustainably feed a world population of over 7 billion. Toward that end, AGREE makes policy recommendations addressing nutrition, foreign aid, environmental regulations, immigration, science education, and food security. Ms. Atwood has more than 30 years of experience in policy and legislative matters regarding food, agriculture, the environment, and research. Prior to joining AGREE, she was an associate for corporate affairs and public policy at Mars Incorporated, major manufacturer of food products. In that role, she worked closely with members of Congress and senior officials at the White House and in the agencies. Ms. Atwood began her career in the nation's capital as a professional staff member for the U.S. House of Representatives Merchant Marine and Fisheries Committee and as a staffer for Washington Senator Slade Gordon. She now serves on the board of ACDI-VOCA. This is an agricultural development nonprofit organized with many years of experience working in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. A Bellingham native, Ms. Atwood is an alumna of Huxley College of the Environment and the campus school. She is also daughter of the late State Senator R. Frank Atwood Jr., who was a strong advocate for Western, including for establishing our first graduate program here at Western. Today, she will talk about the ways her life has been influenced by the people she has met along her journey and the value of being prepared to learn from everybody that we meet. Please join me in welcoming your commencement speaker, Deborah Atwood.
Well, good morning to all of you. I want to call out my mother and my husband who've joined me, along with all the other family members. My mother is a graduate of Western, and she actually taught at campus school. My husband, he went to the University of Delaware. He's a blue hen, no match for the Vikings, I might add. Hopefully, my comments will be succinct and to the point and offer some pragmatic advice. Life is an interesting ride, and experiences are cumulative. Seizing opportunities and learning all you can from them is an imperative. As executive director of AGREE, which is a very bold initiative that Dr. Shepard has called out, about transforming food and agriculture policy in the United States, is demanding that I draw upon all my life's connections. Friends, education, travels, and previous jobs all matter. I'll share with you a few things that I've experienced growing up part of my life here in Bellingham and part in Washington, D.C., with brief layovers in Seattle for a job and for education. My time with friends, roommates, professors, part-time jobs, and playing intramural sports was very, very well spent. Connecting with people is one of the most important factors associated not only with happiness, but finding employment. I will elaborate on this point. I spent the first 2 years of college education at the University of Washington. I was feeling the sophomore slump while trying to figure out who I wanted to be when I grew up. Thank goodness I returned to Bellingham for summertime employment as a lifeguard and a swim instructor. This is where I met Dr. Bill Summers. I was teaching his kids how to swim. I talked to him about Western and Huxley, where I learned he was a professor teaching marine resource ecology and one of the world's squid experts. Who knew? As a result of this encounter over swim lessons, I decided to change universities, switch degrees from oceanography to ecology and marine resources. This decision put me on the path that brought me to where I am today. Once at Western, I went to work making minimum wage. I was collecting samples in the field, which meant out on the tide flats and beaches of Puget Sound, sieving and sorting sand, plants, and animals in the laboratory for Dr. Bert Weber. He is now a professor emeritus. He was employing students for grant work on a huge Puget Sound marine ecosystem project with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA. This part-time job set me up for at least 2 big jobs I had along my career path. My first professional position after I graduated from Western was with a civil engineering firm in Seattle. One of the key reasons I was selected for the position was because I had had previous experience in the field and in the lab, even though it was a part-time minimum wage job. Thank you, Dr. Weber. The second time I was able to use this NOAA experience was when I was chosen to become the head of NOAA's Congressional Affairs Office in Washington, D.C., housed at the U.S. Department of Commerce. Connections, past employment, whether it's babysitting, lifeguarding, or sieving sand in a lab, I'm here to tell you I've used all of these experiences to propel me to where I am. I might add that I met with Dr. Weber yesterday. We had coffee at the firehouse station, and it turns out both of us, lovers of the oceans and Puget Sound and estuaries, are working now on regional food and agriculture systems. Go figure. Other bits of advice as you go out into the world. This is really important. Marry someone smarter than you are, okay? Not that anyone is contemplating this right now, but stating the obvious, economic times are really difficult and may not change for the foreseeable future. According to the Wall Street Journal, 2 economic oars in the water are better than 1, and you'll be happier if you have economic stability. And I'm not kidding. 2, vote. Elections have consequences. From the taxes we pay to the So vote. From the taxes we pay, the water quality, the food we eat, to how our community engages the world. Read the news. The front page, the business section, the obituaries, and the sports. Front page today, above the fold, the basketball coach, Brad Jackson, is headed down to the UW. We congratulate him on his career here at Western and the national championship. Also, I might point out, the obituaries are the shortest biographies written, and they are fabulous. You find out a lot of interesting facts about people. My third point, or fourth point, it's all borrowed time. Every day counts. Do not take anything for granted, not even tomorrow, because pretty soon you're going to be your parents' age. Oh my God. So I would like to end with a quote from Steve Jobs that I think captures the essence of my thoughts today, and Steve Jobs and I are the same age. Quote, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life." Thank you all for inviting me today. Congratulations, you've graduated from a tremendous, great university. Good luck, and cheers to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Atwood.